It's been 4 years. 4 years since it all began. I don't know how I survived. I don't know how I'm not crazy. The voices never stop. Sometimes they quiet down, but they're always present, always whispering to me no matter where I go. So person, he sleep, not sleep, very awake. Wow. The chorus of wows make me cringe. I don't know how they do it, but they always manage to sync together and say that damn word together. I push myself up from the pulsating tan fur and flesh that now makes up the ground, nearly tripping as my foot slips and almost sinks deep between two Shiba Inus. Oh, thank God I got it out. I didn't want to be trapped here. Not in the Dogescape. I don't remember how it happened, but one day, the earth began to change. Tangled, tan-furred bodies began to writhe across the ground, covering every inch of the earth in Shiba Inu. Worse yet, they weren't normal dogs. The spread-out mass of animals held intense looks, raised eyebrows that never faltered, and eyes that stared deep into you, as if they meant to focus on your very soul. Their battle cries rang out as they consumed more and more of the ground, turning it into a writhing mass of Doge flesh. Wow, 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 wow. I hated that the most. Their damnable wows. That sound never left the Dogescape, especially after every bit of ground, building, tree, and whatever was rooted into the earth became nothing but staring Doge that could speak only by either butchering the English language or declaring that one excited word. I met a soldier once. It had been a long time since I had seen another human being. He was batshit crazy by now, but any other person was better than being alone with these Doges that would never quiet. We tried to bomb them, he spoke, as he warmed himself by the fire we lit on a small mound of Doges. The stench of burning flesh and fur was strong in our nostrils, but the cold of the outside would have been worse. We took the lesser of two evils. He continued. We threw everything we could at them. They just pushed on, ground turning into some weird mass of dog flesh and muscle, before a face would just pop out of it. He trembled and curled his legs to his chest, arms wrapping around them. Those eyes. You ever see those eyes form? It's terrifying. They pop into existence, and you can just feel it suddenly burning into you. Staring. Just staring. Many staring. What'd you stare at? No, not look. I couldn't stand it. He sunk a bit deeper where he sat, head fallen into his arms. I ran, and it's a damn good thing I did. When the bombs failed, they brought in people with tanks. I was with a squad that was going to try to cut the border loose to the rest of the ground, but then he trailed off, the night silent save for the whispering of the new world around us. He cut? Not nice. Nice not. No wow. Very not wow. Shut up! He screamed as he suddenly leapt into the air. Shut up, you damn mutts! You took everything from me! My friends, my comrades. You know what they did? He shouted at me as I stared, wide-eyed at him. For the first time in a long time, I was terrified of something other than being trapped in a mountain heap of wide-eyed Doge faces. They killed them. Those heads seemed to stretch out. Then they tore them apart. Doge defend self. Doge well trained. Such awesome. The soldier growled and clenched his fist. They tore them to pieces. And I ran. Because I didn't want to die like that. I didn't want to be food for some mass of unintelligible bullshit. Not dumb. Much smart. Please polite. So I ran and hid. But I can still hear the screams. He finally seemed to calm down as tears welled in his eyes, and he began to collapse to the massive Shiba Inus beneath him. Every day, I can't get them out of my head. I tried, but I can't. Story sad. Many tears. Wow, 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 wow! As the Dogescape began his chant, he clutched his hands to his ears and screamed, "Oh, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I can't stand it anymore!" Wow, 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 wow! With a sudden burst of ferocity and insanity, he launched himself from his place and ran at the nearest Doge tree, a pulsating mass of fur and Doge heads that stretched high into the sky. He began tearing at it with his hands, digging fingers in the flesh and fur, and tearing as he screamed at the thing. I tensed as I watched. I knew what was coming. I listened to his story, and I knew. I felt sorry for the poor bastard. The Doge tree suddenly seemed to stretch out, intense looks turned into something both hateful and angry. Suddenly, mouths were upon him, jaws tearing at his body, as his angered screams became those of pain. I didn't want to look, but I couldn't turn away as the Doge tree tore him apart. I leaned back, my hand falling onto the face of a ground Doge, and I cried out as I felt it nip me, worried that it would decide to launch an attack similar to the tree to me. It didn't, however, gracing me with the chance to fully see the poor soldier consumed by that Doge tree. "Many bloods, so yum, much full." I swallowed and steeled my nerves. I couldn't let this get to me. I had to keep going, had to keep myself from losing it like the soldier did. I had to survive. The world was a much different place now, but I would keep moving. This was life now. Life in the Dogescape. Much scape, many Doge. Wow.